Hello everyone, we got an email from CIG.
Hello, citizen. Alpha 4.0.1 is now open to all backers in the public test universe. We're now in the final stages of testing to ensure this update is polished and ready for its live server release. Alpha 4.0.1 brings a wide array of fixes and improvements based on your feedback, and it also means that you will soon be able to continue your pirate hunting adventure in Pyro with Save Stanton. Chapter 2. Plus, mark your calendars. In case you missed it, returns next week, giving you another chance to pledge for the new vehicles released in 2024. More from this week. Tune in to the filthiest race in the verse, the Daymar Rally, on Saturday, January 18th. Thank you for your continued support, the Star Citizen team.
I find this very interesting, the hubris that CIG pretends they want to ensure this update is polished and ready for its live server release. Has anyone working for CIG actually played Alpha 4.0.1? It's a total disaster. Just look at Spectrum and at Reddit. The real reason why CIG will push this buggy 4.0.1 to live soon is, of course, plus mark your calendars in case you missed it, returns next week, giving you another chance to pledge for the new vehicles released in 2024. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you very, very much. Here are just a few examples. There are way too many. Like I mentioned, go to Reddit, go to Spectrum, and just read the postings there. Honest man, I haven't been able to call my ships for 3 days. Celtic Knight, deadlocked server, easily fixed, but why? Yeah, if you are on a deadlocked server, you cannot just change a region to get away from it. 20 minutes, I'm still locked to that broken server. Most of the time you can only go back to the same server, which is still broken. Being able to change servers, to change region is so basic. Every other online game has this, but not Star Citizen in year 13. Iron Duck, why should I pay for such a game? Today I finally lost my trust in this game. I spent a lot of money in this game because I thought this game concept is attractive. I'm not talking about bugs, real PvP, or that the game is at the moment hard to play. Why do we have a Stanton law system without consequences? I left a comment, yes, there is no security, not even in Stanton. In year 13, Star Citizen still doesn't have any police forces. I don't count the brain dead. Let me scan your ship for contraband police. Any security forces. Any way to lock our ships, no keys, no biometric locks. 10 years ago, CIG talked about a permission system. The owner of a ship can set rules who can fly the ship, who can enter a turret, who can use the radio, who can use the bathroom, etc. Even Chris talked about this and confirmed this later. See my linked video. But in year 13, everyone who makes it into a ship and onto the pilot seat still has full control over the ship. And since Star Citizen has major clipping issues, a player can clip into almost any ship with an interior. Clipping isn't even needed when someone loads the ship at an outpost. Ship is wide open. Hull C still spawns with open doors at the docking arm if docking of Hull C actually works. Sometimes it feels like CIG doesn't want to give players any form of security. I link a video where I show CIG talking about the permission system. The link to this video is in my first pinned comment below here too. Just one short clip.
This is the exact same problem that we're going to encounter over and over and over again that we've talked about, which is, well, if somebody boards your ship, can they basically just sit in the pilot seat and go? And that's the way it is right now. But if eventually we're going to have much more of a security system concept. And so, irregardless of the fact that I allow other players onto my ship, that doesn't necessarily mean that I, as captain, have basically given them the keys to the thing.
Well, you may not give them the permission to use the helm. They may have the permission to walk all around or use turrets or whatever, but
and so I could see
may not have the keys to the ignition.
Yeah, I can see the captain, the owner of the ship, basically designating who can do what. In other words, if I'm disconnected, then my navigator, whether it's an NPC or a player, can basically assume control of piloting the craft. But I, in advance, basically said how I want the ship to, how I want the crew of the ship to be able to respond in this particular scenario.
Yeah, still not in the game in year 13. I'm so proud of you, Chris. Erastus Fanes bring back character reset. Kind of sucks that so many of us crash loading into the PU because our home location is Port Horizon. We can't change our home location with a character repair because you disabled that capability. I talked about this too, I made videos about this too. Chris, your game is way too buggy, way too unstable for not having a character reset. Character repair does little to nothing. Character repair does not solve the same issues character reset did. Here we have the latest Alpha 4.0.1 PTU patch notes. Did CRG fix cargo hauling? Known issues? Of course not. Who needs cargo hauling? Warehouse orders not counting collected and delivered cargo correctly. Supplies will remain in player's warehouse and not successfully deliver. 4.0.1 is once again a very terrible patch, and server meshing so far didn't fix anything. Of course, it's the first iteration of server meshing, but we are in year 13. I think one of the main problems is you cannot have very bad code, some people call it spaghetti code, and put new things onto your old terrible code. This will never work. Chris and CRG pretend this works, they are just putting band-aid on things. No, this does not work. You cannot have quick and dirty quote-unquote fixes on top of older quick and dirty quote-unquote fixes on top of older quick and dirty fixes. You cannot have spaghetti code. This all will tumble down. It's actually already doing this at least since 3.18. But fear not. The next ship sale is coming in case you missed it. You will be able to buy all the ships that were released in 2024 again.
I'll take 5.
I know.
To make this perfectly clear, no, I don't want Star Citizen to fail. I want Star Citizen to become a fantastic game and a huge success. But I have no confidence in the leadership, I have no confidence in Chris anymore. If Chris doesn't hire someone who can manage such a huge and very ambitious project, this thing is going down. The best we can hope for is a very mediocre game with missing basics, missing basic mechanics, almost no physics, a few star systems only, boring, repetitive gameplay, time sinks on top of time sinks on top of time sinks, no fun and interesting missions. I'm very willing to give Chris money again, I'm very willing to buy ships again, but I need to see some real progress, and things like Master Mode, the terrible UI HUD MFDs we got in 2024, green murky universe, have to go ASAP. But of course, this won't happen. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, I have to check my screens. Save status and shield status. Flickr. Chris, put a flight ready button right where you are changing the screens. Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter. My Twitter account is Camural_SC.